tender smoked meat, tasty grilled meat, and Denise.
In this hour, we are going to be talking about all of that and a whole lot more. Bill has been with Maranatha since 2005 and the campus pastor at Maranatha Chisago Lakes campus since 2011. Come along and join In Pursuit.
Well, good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, hello.
It is great to be here.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
We have a bag of chips and a bag of Bugles open on the counter here.
I know. It's going to be really hard not to do this into the microphone.
That was awesome. That's a bugle. That's a crunchy bugle is what that is.
I'm trying to get away from the mic while I finish it.
That's awesome, honey. Great job. Well, greetings. Thanks so much for joining us today on the 20th of November. Let's see, a week from today is Thanksgiving.
That's crazy.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
How many Thanksgivings are we going to have?
We have a few lined up,
Yep.
don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And so far, not on any of them are we planning to smoke a turkey.
Yeah, well, you get to decide if you want to do that.
Yeah, we might do that at one of them because,
that might be fun.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to be so good.
Are you going to spatchcock it?
I think I would spatchcock a turkey.
That was almost our word of the week today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Spatchcock.
Yeah. Fun.
It is a fun word to say, spatchcock.
Yeah.
That's where you cut out it won't be a word of the week. You cut out the backbone and then you snip this little thing. I watched him do it on a chicken.
Yeah.
This little cartilage thing, and then it lays flat.
Yeah, you just kind of press it down and
you tuck the wings in and
tuck them up under the thigh.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's very neat. Yeah.
It's cool.
And it cooks nice and evenly. We'll definitely do it again to a chicken because it was a great way to smoke a chicken.
Yeah. I'm sad I didn't do that because I actually had that printed out.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We've talked about it. Hey, as always, if you're listening out there, please send us a message. We would love to know that you are joining us today. Let's see. We've been averaging 3 of us here on a regular basis. My name's Bill, and it's great to be with you.
My name's Denise.
My name is Shane. Hello.
You look busy out there.
I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. I haven't been here in a long time, so I didn't hit record right. We're going to have some hiccups.
Oh, super fun.
So, yeah.
That's good.
I think all's going well now, though. I think we're locked in. I think we're good.
Somebody send us a message so we know if we're actually out there on the airwaves.
Right, please do.
Anybody.
Somebody.
Am I doing this correct?
Is anybody there? Hello? We'll spend an hour just sitting here talking, and everybody will say, "Where were you?"
Where were we? Right? Well, it is being recorded at least, so I know.
So we'll play back.
We could, at the worst case scenario, it's played for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there you go. That's
nice.
Right. That's a good pre-recorded show. I got nobody yet.
I got nobody yet.
Somebody let us know.
Shane, check the buttons.
That's funny. If we don't hear from somebody, we're calling.
Yeah.
That's good. Funny. James should be listening because we might call James in a minute for our little sports timeout.
Oh, Megan, they're listening. Megan and Molly. We're on the air. Good job, Shane.
I feel a little better now.
That's funny. Denise and I were working in the nursery last night, and we had Molly in with us.
Miss Molly.
She's
adorable.
Had ice cream treats. Shane, we tried to get Molly, so we talked to Megan and Johnny, and we got permission. So don't tell anybody, but we were going to take Molly to the Dairy Queen, because we have car seats in the car from grandkids, and obviously we know Megan and Johnny, and so I was like, hey, can we take her to the Dairy Queen? So we were planning on doing that. So it gets to be like 1:45 or 6:50 or something where we're feeling pretty confident there aren't going to be other kids coming and showing up, and so we asked her.
No, she brought it up. We were coloring. I was reading the Bible I was reading the Bible story, and you and her were coloring.
Yeah.
She, and she said, "Do you remember when we had ice cream?"
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I said, "Yeah. Would you like to go to the Dairy Queen?" No.
She said no.
What? I know. I was like, "Oh, well, would you like ice cream from the basement?" Because the refrigerator's in the basement.
Wait a minute. Here's what happened when we asked if she wanted to go to the Dairy Queen. No. Wait a minute. Keep going.
Got his soundboard again. Oh, dear. Yeah. So she wanted ice cream from the basement. So Bill ran down and got ice cream and popsicles from the basement.
That we had
Instead
in
of-
stock from
yeah.
the last time.
From the last time we tried to go to the Dairy Queen, but had too many kids.
Yeah.
Couldn't fit them all in the 2 car seats we had.
Yeah. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. Well, Megan and Molly, thanks for confirming that you're out there and that we're live. We appreciate that. James is listening. That's good. So
Oh, Chris is listening,
down.
and Heather.
good. So there's people out there. Well, feel good about yourself, Shane. You did it.
Like I said, I'm feeling a little better.
You
A little
nailed
better.
it. You nailed it. Nice job. Very nice job. Well, let's do this. Let's try this because James was a little tied up with some editing and stuff back at home base. But what we're going to do is we're going to give the kid a call, and he's going to give us remotely. He's going to give us the sports timeout where he gives us a sporting update because it's very cool. He and his brother went live last week
Hello.
to the Wolves game. Well, hello, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Here we're calling for our little sports timeout, our update,
Yeah.
our 30-second update. So tell us where you and Adam went last week.
Oh yeah, on Friday we went to a Wolves game, and it was pretty fun. Let's see here. Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was kind of like another one of those blowout wins. So
Are you reading
we
your
got
notes
this-
that it was pretty fun, James? Like, did you
No.
write down in your notes that it was pretty
It's
fun?
pretty fun.
Yeah.
I should have.
Wait a minute. Let me start at the top again. This was pretty fun.
Okay. What?
Nothing. Give us your update. You went to the game live and it was a blowout.
Yeah, it was the Kings versus the Wolves. It was a pretty good 124-110 win, but it was a blowout for most of the game. And Adam got to see his favorite player, Russell Westbrook, who plays for the Kings right now. I got to see him score a triple-double, so that was pretty fun. And it was just a really fun game to be at, and the Wolves have been doing pretty well. So yeah, it's just been it's been fun.
Good. Did you have food?
Decent so far.
Did you eat food when you were there?
No, we just can't afford that, so we just
So you bought your
What's that?
tickets and went to the game, and then you didn't eat anything.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. We ate before. I made him a coffee with our espresso machine before, so we were juiced up. We
Oh.
were juiced up.
Well, good for you.
No food,
it was fun.
no food in your stomach and large amounts of coffee. That sounds like a very jittery game.
Did you hear Denise?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It was pretty. It was let me look at my notes here. I'll tell you what I think. Hold on.
Is it pretty? I'm more concerned. Like, let's talk about the experience of going to a Timberwolves game. Is it a pretty is it high energy, electric? I mean, is it just pumped up? Is it cool?
Definitely, it's pretty fun. We were in the nosebleeds. I'm watching clips from the game because it just randomly started on my phone when I was clicking on the box score. But yeah, it was like I'm just remembering. So it was an NBA Cup game, and
What does that
so
mean?
It's like their new in-season tournament. So they added it last year, but it's basically like a tournament that happens while the regular season is going.
Oh,
If that makes sense.
interesting.
So so they've only done it. I think last year was their first year, or the year before was, I can't remember now. And the Milwaukee Bucks won it. And so Minnesota is first in the conference for that right now. So it's been kind of fun to watch that. And there's a couple of former Wolves players on the Kings. So it was just kind of a fun game. And sitting up in the nosebleeds, the energy is quite a bit different than being like closer to the rest of the to the crowd, you know what I mean? So like there's a lot of people who just get like super loud up and they're just like screaming down at the court because we're just like up there and no one can hear us anyway.
That's awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
Was it packed?
Yeah, it was. I'm trying to think, like there was a couple sections that were like kind of light, but it was really full, really loud. And yeah, the energy is always really high. It's always a blast. We've been to quite a few games because they've got like college night deals, so
Oh, very cool.
you get like discounts for being a college student.
Very cool. That's
Yeah.
great. Shane, have you been to many Timberwolves games?
Oh yeah,
Have you?
yeah. Timberwolves games are really fun.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's
Well, and I like scouting out like where's my personal favorite spot to sit.
Yeah.
So now I have with all stadiums now I got my spots where I would personally like to sit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Because
cool. That's a
it's-
sports fan right there.
It's got to be a combination of a decent seat, but I can't pay too much. But yet, in my opinion, it's actually better than the ones that are right below me. You know,
Sure.
like we get that balcony that kind of overlooks everybody else,
yeah.
and you kind of just right at that right height.
That's cool,
That's
man.
pretty much where I go.
Cool. Good for you. It's good
And
to get her
parking, you got to
dialed in.
find good parking. I know the trick for parking, too.
Really?
I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, well, I
On
hope
the air.
not. Yeah, parking drives me crazy. Like that's my
we got a
biggest thing.
special spot.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm
James
saying.
has a
Yep,
special spot,
you
too.
have to. Seriously, I will be
Yeah.
in and out of that place before anybody else. I can
PWC
get right to
Plaza
the road.
level 2.
Oh, James just belted it out.
I will never share.
Oh, yeah.
Shane's not sharing, man. This is the age difference right here. This is the 15-year age difference.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's good. Well, hey, James, thanks for letting me call you. Sorry, we're not going to get to all of your box score notes today,
No,
but
man.
thanks for sharing your experience with us.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right. See ya.
Bye. That's James just, without hesitation, blurted out where he parks. You got to talk to that kid,
Right?
You got to
Be
educate
tight-lipped
him.
on certain things.
Yeah, fishing spots. Yeah, that's where there's guys at church. They'll be telling me about all the different fish that they catch, and then I'll say, well, where was it? I mean, like, it's me. You can tell me. Lake X. Oh, I see where we're at. You really get an understanding of the level of friendship.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, there are levels, and there are some I'm not at that level. So, let's see. She and Johnny, between the whole car ride home, I'm pretty sure
He's reading a text.
That's funny. So Megan texted us. So Molly said no to going to the Dairy Queen, but then her and Johnny begged for Dairy Queen the whole car ride home. Wait a minute. Johnny's the husband. Johnny's the dad in this. What?
I can see how it goes.
Yeah, I
She says,
can
"Can
too.
we go to Dairy Queen?" And he says, "Yeah, Mommy. Can we go to
I
Dairy
can see
Queen?"
it, yeah. And now she's pretty sure that the next time we're in the nursery, their two boys are going to want to join us as well. So that's funny.
You're going to get a bunch of youth showing up, too. We're going to have to pack a bus.
Yeah, so what's the craft show? What are we doing for craft? And what's the Bible story? And are we coloring? What are we doing in the nursery today? Bunch of 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
You will be coloring and doing all activities if you come in the nursery.
That's
just
right.
so you know.
Yeah, Molly had to earn that ice cream treat. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so that's kind of our sports timeout. Thanks, James. Thanks, Shane. I was thinking about food that we've had over the last week, and I think we did a show since then, but on Veterans Day, so a couple of Tuesdays ago, right?
Yeah.
November 11th on Veterans Day. My dad is a Vietnam veteran, and there are many local restaurants that have meals. And did we talk about this on the show last week?
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't think we did. But so we met Mom and Dad for lunch at Applebee's here in Forest Lake, sponsor. And so Dad got a free meal. It was very cool. But I had their bourbon steak. It was unbelievable.
Bill loved the steak.
This was, and I ate
Does
a
it
lot
still
of.
come on a skillet?
It did come on a skillet, yes. Have you had it?
Oh, I used to cook there.
What? Why don't you cook for
The
us?
bourbon street steak? Yeah, that used to be one of the most popular
Dude.
items.
What? You used to cook at Applebee's?
That's only because I was getting paid to cook.
I'll pay you. If you can make me a Bourbon Street steak like that, I'll provide the steak. We're gonna have you over for dinner.
And
Seriously.
you'll cook.
And you're gonna cook because I would love to taste that.
They are good. They
Yeah.
are good. But the Applebee's, that they may just put the diamond marks on it. So did yours come with diamond marks?
Oh, I paid no
All down
attention.
that was one of our things too. Is we had to make sure to put diamond marks on that steak.
Wow, that's interesting to me. It was really honestly, and you go to just a I don't know, chain restaurants or whatever you want to call it, and I just expect, okay, it's just gonna be a steak or it's just gonna be a burger, whatever, I was blown away by how good this steak was. I was completely blown away, wasn't I?
Yeah. And they cooked it good.
They cooked it perfectly.
Like pink, but
In the back room at Applebee's, they actually have competitions to see who's the best cook.
In the back
So they
room.
have competitions, right? It'll be like the Forest Lake Applebee's versus the White Bear Applebee's, kind of a thing. And they place orders, and you have your mid, you have your fry, you have your broil, and they
Really?
treat it just like a regular restaurant. And they have like the cook-off games. I was never that good. I never made it to the games. I never made it to the show.
It's a big show.
He was on the
pull
bench.
hammy.
Full of hammy.
only if somebody gets injured does Shane get to go in.
Sitting on the bench.
I overcooked a hammy.
But I mean, they take, like I was telling actually Skylar the other day, is about how like Keys could even start doing
He's
that
a
because
cook.
they got
Yeah.
he's got a cook, and I was like telling him how how do you inspire people, how do you get them interested in what they're doing? I was like, you got to find different avenues, and I was like, so as an instance, Applebee's, and he's a cook, so So he's like, that's a really cool idea. I'm like, you can start it up right now. I'm like, you can have the keys versus this keys. And it just makes you take more interest and pride in what you're doing. It makes work fun.
Yeah, whatever you do, do as though you're doing it unto the Lord.
Amen.
And it's like, yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. Well, you know what? Sometime we'll get the Blackstone out at church and we'll bring in some steaks and you can show us how it's done.
I think my mouth is watering.
Yeah. But that was a great steak. I was pleasantly surprised. I really thoroughly enjoyed that steak. That was good. And then just the other day, so here's how great I have it. Like people, like I talk a lot, but you don't understand how good my life is. So let me tell you a little bit about how good it is. So Tuesday, we try and take Tuesdays off. I think it was Tuesday. Tuesday morning, I get up early. I go out to sit in my blind. So I'm going out hunting. Denise is still sleeping. When she wakes up, she texts me, honey, are you hunting? I hope you're hunting. Like, not negative, oh, you're hunting again, but instead it's, I really hope you're hunting because I know you love hunting. And so I hunted for a few hours. I come in from hunting. And she thawed out the day before a backstrap roast, so a piece of the backstrap, and we cut it in roasts. She cut it into steaks and fried it, marinated it for a little bit, then fried it to perfection. Like,
nice. So
I come in from hunting, which my wife is happy I got out hunting. I come in, and then she's prepared venison perfectly for me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, God, my life is so good. Like, this is like, it's unbelievable. It's just, and some people understand the difference in what I'm talking about. And it's like, this is so good. It's so good. So, yeah, so you made that venison. And why don't you tell us a little bit, of, like, what'd you marinate it in? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, I do. But so I need a little side note. While he was eating the venison, he goes, I got to get back out and hunt some more. So there was a little other motivation there. Just keep that man hunting so we can have more venison.
Yeah, that's why she keeps feeding me venison.
Has to be done well, so he wants more. So I marinated just what we normally do when we're doing steaks is soy sauce or coconut liquid aminos kind of thing, coconut aminos, and some garlic powder and some olive oil. It's pretty simple.
It's pretty
just
delicious.
Marinated a little bit. Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of time because I didn't actually thaw it the night before. I thawed it that morning.
Oh, really?
I did. Yeah. So I was short on time, but yeah, it was good.
It was absolutely.
It was tasty.
Yeah, it was absolutely perfect.
Did we have squash and potatoes then too?
We did.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was delicious.
That's my favorite part.
I
like the meat too.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
My little hobgoblin's back.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, we had squash, we had potatoes. That was an outstanding, and that was breakfast.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
God,
good.
It was so good. Man, it was so good.
It did turn out.
Yeah.
When you can't serve it right away, like you're cooking it and you don't know exactly when they're going to be ready to eat, it gets a little unnerving.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was good.
It turned out perfect. Yeah, it really did turn out perfect.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so that was absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. So looking forward to. Hopefully, we'll get another one. Get some more meat in the freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That is very good. Let's see. So that's our food. Real quick, talking about marriage before we get to the break and the word of the week and all that kind of stuff. Our marriage minute tonight is the last night of our little marriage small group that we've been doing. I hope we do this again because now having done this once and putting our stuff together, I think it would just roll and get better and better and better each time.
Yeah.
You know, the content.
Yeah, we got to keep better notes.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. It's just like,
So we just start talking.
that one's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. And so I'm looking forward to tonight, just kind of wrapping up our final one, talking about intimacy, and then just kind of a very thorough review and trying to send people on their way with some stuff to do.
Right, not just putting in their 6 weeks,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
actually making little changes to make your life better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just thinking about the marriage minute and everything we've been through and just life and now this class, the thing I want to challenge everybody with is if you're in a relationship to make sure you're creating a safe space between you. I've said this before, and this is probably going to become a new thing for me, but the space between you and your significant other,
He's motioning with his hands at the space between me and him. I know you can't see him, but I know you can't see him, but he's doing a circular motion between me and him. That this space between us is a safe space. Okay.
This space right here, this space right here, the space between the two people, like if you can see the picture of that should be the safest place. Where you can be open and honest. And even when we think about intimacy, that has to be a safe place if you're ever going to have an intimate relationship with somebody in all 4 areas: emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, and sexually. This has to be a very safe place in order for that to be everything it can be.
Absolutely.
And that idea, it crosses, I think, every aspect of a relationship, this safe space. Creating, because it goes both ways. I have to be sure I'm telling you and communicating and saying, hey, when you do this or when you say that or when you respond like this, it makes me kind of recoil in, like, I don't want to be so open because here's how you respond. And vice versa. Like, there has to be an openness to create the safe space. The safe space doesn't just happen.
That's right.
It takes focus, intentionality, and time to make sure that this safe space it's created, but then it also has to be maintained.
Yes, and it's very difficult to hear your spouse say, "This
hurts me.
Hurt my safe space." Yeah, because we talk about the safe space, and we try very hard to protect it. So it's very painful when you hear that you have damaged that space. Yeah. But
it's what you need to know.
You need to hear it, because generally when you damage that space, you aren't aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and again, what hinders that safe space is when a wedge is put in. And if you have a picture of a wedge, like a triangle, you have the pointed end and then you have the block end. Yeah. And so when something happens in the relationship, minor things, major things, there's little wedges they're kind of put in. And if you don't deal with them, address them, and remove them, chances are that wedge is going to continue to get beat down in. And the farther that wedge goes in, the bigger the divide and the less safe and secure and stable that space is.
Right.
And I think that's why you have to create an environment where it's like, we can talk about this. Right. We can put it on the table, because the response, and really it's no different than professionally anything. If you say something to somebody and they respond in a way that makes you think, hey, okay, well, you can't handle the truth. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Okay, well, now there's a pretty slim chance I'm going to feel safe and comfortable to speak the truth to you. And that's why you want to work continuously in your marriage to say, hey, let's see, is this safe? Like, if you want to do something very dangerous, ask your spouse or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance, or even you could get into asking your kids. Like, ask the question, would you say this is a safe place? Do you feel safe and comfortable to say anything to me? Like that's a serious question. And be prepared for an honest answer, because if you ask that of somebody and they give you an honest answer and you freak out on them, you kind of just put a big wedge in there. Does that make sense?
You're continuing to have an unsafe space and making it worse.
Yeah,
because you open the door to try and make it safe, and you just you slam their hand in the door.
Right. Yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
They reached through and you slammed the door on their hand. So
I have my hand in a door right now, and Denise is about to slam it in there just to illustrate. I'm just kidding.
That's untrue. I need a camera.
Ouch.
William.
So there's your Marriage Minute. Think about your safe place. And right now, before we go to our bottom of the hour break, let's hear our word of the week.
Word of the week. This is the part of the show where Denise and Bill learn new words in pursuit of knowledge and understanding of the English language, and so they can sound smarter. It's good. It's good to sound smarter. So today I'm bringing This is an interesting word I'm bringing because Bill just picked up the potato chip bag and he's eating it over there. You're gonna die. I listened to a reel and it talked about words. Imagine that. And how words...
You love words.
I do love words, but she talked about how these words are the negatives of words that we use often, and the positives. If we start using the positive sides of these words, it does good for your soul. Like just like thinking positive, speaking positive it's good for you. It's healthy for you. So I've got a word that I think all of you will recognize, but I'm going to do the positive side of it. It's the word couth. I think we've all heard uncouth.
Uncouth, yeah.
So couth is actually a word. I'd never heard it before. Not used as uncouth. You know what I
that's
mean?
the only way I've ever heard it.
Yeah. So
it used to be called uncouth, actually.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So couth is showing or having good manners or sophistication. Good manners, refinement.
Now I understand why I've called uncouth.
So it was first recorded in 1895 or 1900 as the back formation of uncouth. So it's a word that's well known as the negative. So I'm bringing the positive words. So for a while I'm going to try and bring the positive sides of words. Don't know how many I'll find, but I'm going to do that. So an example sentence on the website is, I still like the venom and passion that was in a lot of old songs, but there is a level of disrespect and lack of couth that sometimes I don't dig. That's said by Palumbo. I don't know who Palumbo is, but...
He's Columbo's cousin.
I loved watching Columbo when I was a kid. Palumbo. And so even that sentence it's talking about the lack of couth. So it's like the negative side of it. But if we don't use our new word, we will lose our new word. So I'd like to use our new word in a sentence. As my husband, Bill shows couth in most every situation. I wanted to say all, but
But I don't want to be a liar either, is what she's saying.
I think, no, that's not it. I wanted to say all because it feels like every situation you're very couth, but I don't want people to think I'm lying. So, as my husband, Bill shows couth in most every situation. He opened doors for me, refills my drink, and carries all the heavy stuff. He cares for me so well that if I didn't exercise, my muscles would actually atrophy from lack of use. Atrophy means gradually decline in effectiveness or vigor due to underuse or neglect.
Super fun.
Yeah, my muscles would
Very nice.
atrophy. You do everything for me. And that's... Say what? And that's our word of the week.
You're listening to In Pursuit with me, Pastor Bill, a production of WAJC, Your Life Radio on 88.1 and 91.7 FM. WAJC is owned and operated by Maranatha Assembly of God in Forest Lake, Minnesota. If you would like to visit Maranatha Chisago Lakes campus, we have 4 weekend services to choose from. Visit maranathachisago.org to learn more and to check out some past messages. Awesome. Welcome back. Let's see a couple of quick announcements for everybody. Coming up at both of our campuses, wonderful Thanksgiving Eve services. And so be sure to attend at one of the options we have at the Forest Lake campus. There's a service at 6:30. At the Chisago campus, there's a service at 5 and 6:30. There's so much that we have to be thankful for. And so that's my biggest encouragement to you today. Attend one of those Thanksgiving services, because it just kind of, amidst the busyness of life and this season, it just kind of helps us to be refocused and remember all that we have to be thankful for in these wonderful lives we live. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. Check out our websites, realchurch.org and or maranathachisago.org, and see all the fun and happy things that are happening. What's a happening? Let's see. Here's what I want to talk about today, and I hope that this inspires a little bit of conversation, but we are in search of big results today. In search of big results. And this,
Do you mean in pursuit of?
Oh, yeah, in pursuit of. Gosh, what What?
That was confusing.
In pursuit.
In
I was
pursuit.
getting worked up about
yeah,
that.
you were, but it's okay.
Yeah, in pursuit.
In
We're in
pursuit
pursuit of big results. So this can be like, I want to challenge you to think about your life, like who you are, what you're made up of. Are you going in the direction you want to be going in? And for a lot of us, I think we can look at our lives and say, yeah, it's okay. But in this area, physically, I want to do a little something. Spiritually, I want to grow a little bit. Mentally, I want to challenge myself a little bit. Emotionally, I want to heal a little bit. Whatever aspect of your life, you be the judge of that. But I love the forever growing part of life. Do you know what I mean? Like to never really think like, hey, I've arrived, I've achieved, I'm here, whatever it is, professionally, like even within the church. It's like with because we're all a part of the Chisago campus, with where the Chisago campus is. Like we can look at it and say, man, I'm really content with where we're at. But then in the same sentence, I can say, but I'm not at all content with where we're at. So, yeah, to feel good about where we're at, but not be satisfied with it. Like, hey, man, there's still so much we can do in the community. There's still so many people that need to know Jesus, and there's so much that's out there. And so to really stay focused on, I feel good, but I want to keep growing. And that's where this being in pursuit of big results comes in. And my challenge today, and what I'd really like to talk about a little bit, is like how do we achieve some of these big results? And I talked about this a little bit last week in the message, just touched on briefly. I'm an extremely impatient person. Like I can be very patient and understanding with people.
Yes.
Their circumstances, their situation. I can be very patient. But then I can be extremely, like, I don't like to wait for things.
Yeah.
That's what I mean when I say I can be very impatient. And so I'm the kind of person where, so like this morning, for example, I was up early, had my coffee, read a little bit, did some work, and then I went down on the elliptical and I grabbed some weights. Well then, as I was walking up from the shower, I'm like, I'm huge and I could go run a marathon right now because I spent 15 minutes on the elliptical and lifted some 20-pound dumbbells over my head, and it's like, and that's my mentality, I want results right now. Mm-hmm. And I know that's how I'm wired, so I have to very intentionally rethink things and switch some of that around. Otherwise I get discouraged and I don't do anything to continue the growth I want to have. Does that statement make sense?
Yes.
Because I don't have the overnight big results, I say, what's the use? And I'll be honest with you, like even projects around the house, like there's so many different things to do. I can see a project done, I can dream about a project, and I can do all that. But if it's a project that's going to take me all day to do, or a few days to do, like you got to dig and you got to pour a foundation, and then you got to build walls, and then you got to put on a roof, and then you got to side, and you got to like you're talking about days of a project type of thing. I'll get excited, I'll put the plan in my head, but because it takes long to achieve it, I won't even start it. Instead, I'll do 5 different things in a day so I feel like I did something. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And it's kind of it's an interesting mindset, and that's why I guess it's kind of out of my kind of messed up mindset that I want to challenge us to, like, let's be in pursuit of big results, but let's understand that it's small changes that bring us to big results in most cases. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most of life, yeah.
Yeah. And so like when I think about physically, like if you think about like diet changes. So in the past, we've gone on these hardcore no carb diets, and which is a crazy diet because you can eat all the meat you want to eat, and somehow this is a diet, which is awesome. But so that's like a drastic thing. But honestly, like you can see fruit. If you just, like in my case, I love potato chips. Well, if I were to just say one little change, that at night, if I just stop eating potato chips at night.
Ergy-dergy.
Yeah, doesn't sound fun at all, but it's an example. But just that one little change would lead me to big results. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm eating it late at night. They're potato chips, which I think are good for you, but studies show they're not great for you.
Can you really believe the studies?
I really don't believe the studies. I believe my stomach that Dunlops over my belt. That's what I believe. So, but anyway, it's like that's one thing. I don't have to transform every single thing of every day. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be a huge thing. It can be that one small adjustment. Here's another example. So, like, I was thinking about this. It's already like 10, 12 years ago when I was lifting weights regularly. Like, I got to a point where I could bench just over 250 pounds, which for me was huge. I know for other people it's not much, but for me personally, that was a huge thing, okay? Life circumstances, busy, all this stuff. I worked out very little, even getting to the point where I stopped working out. Now, 10, 12 years later, I haven't benched with a barbell for years now. I have no idea where I would be, but I would honestly be surprised if I could even come close to benching my weight, which is 120. So no, but like, or even the bar and 2 plates, 135 pounds.
Yep.
Like, I seriously think that would be hard for me to do right now. So here's my point is this. So I would like to get fit again. At my age, I don't know that I'll ever be able to do what I could, but I would like to get fit again. So now if I went downstairs and I just put 250 pounds on a barbell because I want to get fit again, and I try and lift that, I'm going to hurt myself, and now I'm completely out. But if I start somewhere, if I start with 30-pound barbell or dumbbells, and I'm just starting and making a little change, in 6 months, I will be in a place, a brand new place for me, all because of one small change. The small change is just doing something. And I think sometimes we forget that doing something can change everything, and you can end up with big results. Now, it's not overnight, but over the course of time, that small change can really have a huge impact. You guys follow what I'm saying here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I think the same thing, like mentally. Instead of playing a video, I like to play Fortnite. It's kind of my mindless wind down thing. I like playing Fortnite on my phone. And so even another little adjustment is, okay, so instead of playing a game of Fortnite, I could listen to a podcast. So I started listening to a podcast yesterday actually, it was another Craig Groeschel podcast. Did you know that the YouVersion Bible now has gone beyond 1 billion people? Downloads?
Wow.
That's an amazing. And I started to listen to kind of how that whole thing got started through Life Church, and this guy just had a dream and a vision, and so they started putting it. I mean, it was just crazy. But if you think of it just like mentally or intellectually, engaging your brain, do something little. It doesn't mean you're going to sit down and spend 3 hours and read a whole book front to back. If you just make a 15-minute per day adjustment, and say or half hour, if you commute from Minneapolis to home up in this Forest Lake area, if you just say, instead of just listening to music or KFan or whatever, what if you got a podcast, and what if you started listening to a podcast? And you subscribe to that, and now you're doing something. You can download a book, listen to a documentary series, something like that. But it's a small adjustment that over the course of time can absolutely transform your life. Or pick up a book and read 1 chapter a week. Like, I know that that's little to people that read a lot, but to somebody like me who I never used to read, that 1 chapter, eventually what it ends up doing is it gets to a chapter a day. And then you even get to where you're on vacation, you just eat up a whole book. But again, my point is, if you want big results, we're in pursuit of big results, but we have to understand it doesn't happen overnight. Small changes, making small changes equals big results. And you think of emotionally, relationally, spiritually. Again, I don't like reading my Bible. A lot of people say that's just so hard. So again, on your commute, when you're sitting there, instead of playing a video game, grab that YouVersion Bible app and just listen to it then, to start somewhere and start getting the Word of God in you. Be consistent with church. Like, just that one small change of, I'm going to go to church every Saturday at 4:30, every Sunday at 8 o'clock. I'm going to join a small group. I mean, when people have made those types of commitments, it's really, in the grand scheme of things, it's a small change. But we've, all three of us have seen lives transformed because of a small change that somebody made. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so, again, that's a big result. But it comes from these small little changes that we make. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down today?
Oh, absolutely. I love it, like when you were just showing the travels of Paul, and then, so that's the old analogy I always think of, right? Like, he had these big results. He had these travels and these journeys, and you're looking at it on the map, and you see this big thing, and you're like, he's so amazing. Look at all that stuff. Look how far he went. And then, of course, then you can just take it all the way back to, it started with his first step out the door.
Yeah.
And he had to continue taking one step after the next, no matter what was going on. And it was just started with that one, but then now we get to step back and look and wow at the big results that he did.
Yeah, look at that over the course of those 30 years or something like that. You know, like, and that's what we get to look back on if today we choose a small change. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a great example. Absolutely wonderful. So in our remaining few minutes here, I just jotted these down, and here's the deal, you guys. I have, like, I don't share this stuff because I have great success in all of this. I know there's people out there, they write books and 7 things to do this and 12 things to do this, and their life is like they're millionaires or they're CEOs or whatever. I'm as common of a person. I'm as ordinary can be. But in certain aspects of life, I've done this at different times. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's where, again, just like these 5 things, like, if you want to just make a small change, here's what I want to encourage you to do. Start somewhere. Exactly what Shane was just saying is to start somewhere. Just take that first step. 1,000-mile journey begins with one single step. And that's really what it comes down to. So again, maybe you're listening to this today. Maybe you'll listen to it down the road. What's that area of life you would like to see huge results in? And understand that anybody you see that you look at that is successful, anybody, Donald Trump, these athletes, Michael Jordan, Ant. I mean, you see all these different people. It's like everybody had to start somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that one step, don't discount that one little step. Because that one little step is really going to change your life. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing is this. I'm just going to keep moving here. Consistency. Consistency is key. Like, you can make a t-shirt out of that. Consistency is king. Like, the smallest adjustment that you make to your life, and if you do that and you do it consistently, you will be amazed in a month or 6 months or a year or 5 years. It's like I started doing this one thing. I got up 15 minutes earlier so that I could read my Bible. I got up 15 minutes earlier so I could walk on the treadmill. Whatever it is, I went to bed an hour earlier. I mean, if you start looking at it and you make that one change, but you do it consistently, your mind will be blown by the fruit that comes with it, right? You guys, does that make sense?
That's actually the one I struggle the most with, because I don't have any problem starting doing good things. Like, I want to change this, and so I start. But then to keep it up, that's the part that I struggle with.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
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 But that's why, like, you have to be careful with that start. That's why it's got to be a tiny little piece.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, and I know this is a broad brushstroke, but for most of us, it's much easier to be consistent when you add one small thing, one small change, or you take one small thing away, than it is for a radical life transformation.
So we could take a half a bag of potato chips away instead of the whole
We'd
bag.
still have way too much, but even that, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna drink 1 Diet Coke today instead of 6.
Yeah.
Or even you could do this for this week: drink 5 instead of 6.
Right.
Next week, drink 4 instead of 6. Because here's what you're going to find: in 2 months, you maybe are having 1 Diet Coke a day, because that kind of, the sodas are so bad for us today. And so again, it's these one change, take off a little bite, and then be consistent about it. And then the third thing is this: the most important day. I learned this when I was going to the gym. The most important day to go to the gym is the day you don't feel like going to the gym. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you can force your body or force your mind, it's like, but I'm tired. I don't want to get up 15 minutes early and walk on the treadmill or get on the elliptical for 10 minutes. That's the day, like, all right, you push through that day, and when you're done, you feel like you just overcame a mountain, right? Because I didn't feel like doing it. Well, when you kind of put that, hey, I know I don't feel like it, but man, I'm doing this. I'm going to go out and I'm going to do this walk, or I'm going to lift these weights, or I'm going to read this book, or I'm going to listen, but I'm kind of tired. I don't want to just listen to the Bible app. Man, that's the most important day, is the day when you don't feel like doing it. The fourth thing is this: give yourself grace. I think some of us, we start new things, and then if we do falter, all of a sudden we get this, well, I failed, what's the use, and all of this stuff. And I think that's such an important thing. Give yourself grace. Like, you might go 6 days in a row of getting up and walking on that treadmill or reading a chapter in that book. And then that next day, life is just hard. You don't feel good. You get sick. Work is busy or something. And you miss a day. Don't get legalistic and feel like, now what's the use? I failed, so who cares? Instead, give yourself that grace. The consistency is key, but give grace to yourself. Like it's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's okay. Does that make sense? Like, have expectations, push yourself, challenge yourself, but nobody's perfect, and be okay with that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It does.
So give grace. And then the last thing that I have written down here is kind of what I just alluded to, and that's this: do push yourself. Like, if we only ever do what's easy, we're never really going to grow in these areas that we want to, So again, it just, my challenge is to look at it this way. It's like, man, there's so many areas thinking about this where I'm in pursuit of big results. And I'm going to try and rewire and train myself to look at it like, okay, but I'm not going to see those big results tomorrow. But if I make these little changes and I do it this way in a year or in 6 months or in 5 years, whenever it is, I'm going to be able to look back and be like, man, these are the big results that I was in pursuit of.
Yeah.
That they're not just going to happen overnight.
Yep.
Make sense?
It does.
Yeah. Am I following this or this?
Well, technically, you can go for about another minute or two.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Just give me a shutter down when you want me to, because I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, because I know you both have overcome things, you both have disciplined yourselves, and it hasn't happened overnight. So that's why I'm just curious.
Yeah, I used to run, and I don't anymore, which is sad. But when you'd run for miles, that first mile was the hardest. Like, if you could get past the first mile, you could run forever. And so it's like when you're first starting to change a behavior, that's where I struggle. It's being consistent in that first mile. It's
That's a great way to look at it.
I recognized that way when I was running, and I'd be like, I don't want to do this as I'm running, and I'm like, I haven't hit my mile mark yet. And then after the mile, I wouldn't think about it anymore. I'd just run. And so if you can get past that first mile, for me, yeah,
that's interesting. That's a great, because I know you've said that before about that first mile.
Yeah.
But that's a great way to look at it in all of these, in all the areas of life. Just getting past that first mile.
Yeah. Making that change so it becomes a habit, becomes a part of your life.
Yeah.
I like that part when you were saying that that's for you.
Yeah.
Because that's one part that I know is key for me, is knowing me. Because I can literally almost manipulate myself into doing something and getting in that area, because I'm a creature of habit. So I kind of have to manipulate myself, because I know how I work, into believing something. But then once I do it for a certain amount of time, I'm pretty much locked in, because once it's a habit for me, I'm pretty solid in it. But that's what I know works for me,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you learn a lot about yourself when you do these types of things.
You do.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it's interesting, and I think there's a lot of people that you examine your life, and man, there's just certain areas I'd like to have be different, and that's our encouragement to you today, because we all have those areas in our life. Some of us refuse to admit it, but I think we all have those areas where it's like, yeah, I could do some growth here, and that's where, like, let's be in pursuit of those big results, but let's understand they don't happen overnight.
Right.
And
I read somewhere that when you do the hard things, your life is actually happier. Like, people think, I don't want to do that, so then I'm not going to do that. But if it's something that needs to be done and you do it anyway, you're actually happier because you're accomplishing something.
Yeah.
It gives you purpose.
yeah,
So, yeah, you think you're going to be happier because you're only doing the things you want to do. But
right.
when you push through, you make
Yeah.
your life better, and something in your brain makes you happier because
Yeah.
you push through.
Yeah, I know my days go better. Like if I set my alarm and I get up early and I go out and hunt or whatever, if I'm off and I'm just going to get up and get moving. I know if I stay disciplined to that, I might physically feel a little tired, but in every other aspect of it, I feel so energized because I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As
you saw
opposed
something,
to
you tackled it.
Yeah, like I overcame. If I sleep till 8 o'clock, then I get up, and it's like, you might drag the rest of the day and be unproductive. But if I get up and I get to it, it's like, this is good. So yeah, push it.
Push it.
Push it real good.
Set her queued up. I mean, we pretty much only got like a minute anyway, so.
Hey, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed listening today. Thanks so much for joining us on In Pursuit. We hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. God bless you. Bye.
Bye for
Bye.
now. Thanks for joining In Pursuit with Pastor Bill and me, Denise. We hope you will tune in next Thursday at noon as the pursuit continues. In Pursuit is a production of WAJC, Your Life Radio, on 88.1 and 91.7 FM. WAJC is owned and operated by Maranatha Assembly of God in Forest Lake, Minnesota. The opinions expressed here are not necessarily those of the owner.